Welcome back to Factorio building the Hyperbase. It's time to get oil happening. I've done a few calculations just quickly. Our initial getting oil happening is going to be let's get enough oil to get the batteries happening, because that will accelerate our solar, which is the most important part of it. Oh, look, there's actually a little bit of action with the wood at the moment. That's not going to last much longer, although we're giving it a bit more, so maybe that will exacerbate it. But where are we right now? It looks like we've just passed the halfway mark. We can verify that exactly if we come in here. 10.8, so we're almost up to the end of the 11th, well, the 31st column or row, I guess, if you count the first 20 separately. 244,000 panels. That's very good, but this should speed it up. So what do I need? I'm not sure how many pump jacks we need. I think we don't need 20. We'll probably get 2 maybe. Well, 2 plus 5, I guess. An oil, we don't need 10. We only need 1. And these guys, I want more than 10. Let's get 30 to be on the safe side, and then we're going to need a bunch of beacons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why don't I get 70 beacons? It's probably not enough, but it will do for a start. There we go. Let's start off with that collection. And we should have enough with that to get a basic setup up and running. That would be one of them. What is that? A 1.6k per second. I very much doubt that I'm going to need more than 1, to be perfectly honest, but maybe 2 just to be safe. Right, now where is the rest of the oil? Here it is. So I don't think I want to do this divert it round the back kind of trick. In fact, what I'm going to do is let's just place our guy there. That's kind of what I wanted, so that we can more or less just connect that up directly. Like so. The water, we actually need some water fill, which I haven't used for a while. And one of these guys, I might have to go and get some water fill. Maybe just for completeness sake, because I do want this to work. Let's just run up and grab some now. I don't want it picking up any of these things just at the moment. That's not part of the requirements. Where are we? Whoops. Way off course. Okay. Right. We're actually not too far off where I want to be. Because I need to be up here, not that far over, where the water fill was built all that time ago. Which is somewhere around about here. We don't need 200. Maybe that will work for me. Alright. Back to our New oil. So obviously with the satellites we need rocket fuel and plastic, but I might get that from old oil when the time comes. In the first instance I really just want to get the solar working. So where did it end up there? That's as small as it gets, so I guess that's the right size. Try not to kill myself. And that guy can go in there. And then we can start placing. That's the last one. Why don't I just chop that stupid tree down? This isn't designed for maximum pack, this is designed just to give us space. We probably want one of these guys. There and there for now. So, we want everything to turn into petroleum, basically. Which means that that I'm going to need more pumps, basically, as well. We need 1 heavy to light, we need 2 light to petroleum, and then with all the petroleum we will make the remaining products. There kind of isn't room. And if that's heavy, that's not a very good placement of heavy. I would have to go something like this. We're going to have to leave a space there. Just kind of making this up as we go along. So you are heavy to light. Oh, this was lined up wrong anyway, which means that it's this side that we need the space, not this side. So that's what we want. That puts all the all the heavy into here. The light will need more processing than that. Do I just run the light straight up to a segment up here? Or it's something like this? I mean, I guess we could. So this would kind of go... that's not going to give me enough room, is it? but it's not going to work. Probably doesn't matter. That's not giving myself enough space. That side's water. Means you're going to have to do some landfill after the event for this to work, probably. Unless I could just run water fill from the side. Like so. And put the water in there. That's probably not a bad idea. That one is not needed. Yep, something like that. I don't know if this is specially expandable, but it will suit my purposes, at least for now. And yeah, then we get obviously our that going there is probably not a great idea. Something like that. That is all of our stuff. And then we basically want full conversion to sulfuric acid, which was sort of about 3 machines, which is 7.5 sulfuric. Which kind of doesn't work, so instead of that, what I am after is 4 sulfuric acid with 8 sulfur machines with pass-through. Doesn't matter which side they get fed. So we could have something like that, where that's sulfur, and that's sulfuric acid. This is all too close. Probably need to move all this down by at least one, probably two actually. Not that that is especially useful, but may as well use bots. Something more like that, perhaps. This looks like it's probably too close. In fact, it's not probably. It is too close. We need two gaps at the bottom. That's just to give us our double gap. And so it'd be a single gap here, but that's not going to work because we need pass through, so that needs to be spaced. And this can start parallel, like so. So, I mean, I guess the question is, are we going to use bots to deliver the, not to there, but to here? We need some iron. Probably not a lot, so I guess we may as well. In which case, sort of distances it down to here. It's not too bad. Let's cover this in modules. Missing the fast legs is not helping at this point. So there and there. Probably should stop using steel when I'm going to reduce it down by this amount. I obviously want stack inserters there. So petroleum, water. This is well, the petroleum can go like so and like so. I could have the water generated down here as well. Just go in like so. That would probably just about work. Something like that. that's no good. We would have to move this over. Something like so. I would probably unnecessarily put these within one range so that they can mess each other up, but never mind. So, that one can get reused. Be better if I had finished all that off, but let's just go to there. 1, 2, 3. I guess we'll put this one up here. 4. Lay all that out, guys. Oh, I've got all these robots because I found a few extras lying around. We obviously need a few more beacons and a bit more of this connectivity stuff. But that is kind of 80% of the required setup. So we just need to, if we're going to store any, we also have the iron deliveries and storage to take into account. Maybe some of these guys. A rail coming in about here. For the iron, and that's the basic design. I'm just going to pause here for a moment. I'll see you soon. And back. So, we are trying to work out how to get some iron up here quickly. Let me just see if I... we could actually place the roboports about here. That's quite a long trip though. I think what I want to do is what's that? I think what we'll do is we will grab all of this part and I'll move it down to, yeah, something like that. Which actually, why do that? So what we might do is a fairly temporary solution at the beginning. Eventually we'll have trains come in here for iron, but at the moment we'll pinch iron from down this one. Let me just get the legs on. Where did I put the plane? Up there. Okay. So we need some green inserters let's get, say, 200. Make sure we have 100 of those. And let's get rid of a few of these guys. We're carrying far too many right now. And I need beacons as well. Where exactly are we? Let's get about 70 of them, something like that. Oh, I must be auto-trashing something. That may as well be 100 as well. We must be auto-track. We are. There we go. That's what the problem is. In that case, we can probably fit a few more beacons. Right. Let's run with that. Given that it's a fairly short trip up here. Seems impossible to fly in a straight line, but never mind. And those guys out. Possibly using slightly more beacons than we needed to. Alright, so you guys don't need anything. It's you guys that need the stuff. Requester. You need iron plate. Just 50 will do. There we go. Now, power. I don't know how they all ended up there, but never mind. Slightly wasteful pattern, but it works. Got another one over there. Something like that. We should get these offshore pumps. actually, let's get that sorted now. Let's just get rid of those. We don't need all of those. I'm pretty sure I have pumps here, not 100%, but pretty sure. Yep, excellent. Okay, oops, over this way. And you know what? I think it's high time that we ran some power in, just to stop this whole thing flashing. There we go. So, water. This thing here is supposed to be water. So at this point, we should be able to just set up our pump, like so. Thanks, autosave. Water into there. And finally, oops, won't need that bit. That should be fine for the water usage, I think. It's not that aggressive now. And that should be fine for the oil. We need water here. Ooh, action. actually. These things don't specially need their own dedicated offshore pump, but we can, so why not? Why? Oh, no iron. Right, of course. And the iron, the idea with the iron was, oh, actually, I need the these guys, 5, 10, I'm not quite sure how many, but the idea was going to be, because this can be iron or copper, we need to basically tell it we're only interested in iron. How many more do I want? Maybe a couple more. This is a temporary measure only, I should say. You are iron plate. Why don't you have that filter set? Yeah, that's better. And those go into passive supply chests. I don't just want those to fill up, but now let's just limit them a bit. Now this means that I basically want these guys to go up one, I think. I might just put an extra length here. Slightly wasteful, actually it should be 2 lengths. Because they're all going to need to get, whoops, need to get connected up like so. Maybe I'll put 1 tank in. It's not really going to work quite how I want it to, is it? Does that work? Yes. Down here as well. I really want to get this done because this, well, it's not the last thing that I need, but if we can get solar to be directed from satellites to where we're doing our solar build, that should help us rapidly start building a hell of a lot faster than we have been for quite some time, and that is what we need to do to get on top of, to actually see some good progress. Whoops, just get in there, bud. Not there, there. Right, now we probably need some pumps. Do I have any pumps on me? No. I might need to get some pumps. By might, I mean I will. Let's go and get those things. What don't we need? We don't need those, right. There we go. Is it possible I'm not making these? It is definitely possible. What are they called? Pump. Alright, let's search for pump. Correct, we're not. We are not making them. Alright, we need some engines in. So we can make our own 5, 10, 15, 20 should do. Let's go. Right. So it isn't it? Yep. Okay. May as well whack one down at each. After each of these, I don't think there's any cost, especially in doing that. Right, where did this get up to? There. Now there's probably a few other places that we could benefit from this, like there for example. And I need actually that should be fine. Oh, right, we need the iron. We need the iron for that to finally work. So I think we're actually probably done. Oh no, we're not done because we don't have any bots. Alright, let's quickly grab, say, 100 logistic bots. Hopefully that's enough. I don't really think I need a lot there. Bots. And we then probably need get rid of those. Maybe even 300 of those. 200 of those. 200 of the requested chests. So what I'm going to do now is go over to where the satellites are to be made. That looks like everything. And try and complete the setup over there. Now we probably need more logistic bots as well. Okay. Iron and copper. Into supply chests. Never used that after all. Oops, 1, 2 over. Too far over. Right, get the bots in. Don't need to worry about the LDS just at the moment. What I might do is that's not actually going to work, is it? Because satellite steel, satellites. Oh yes, that is going to work. That's fine. There goes the iron train. Whoops, that's not where we wanted that. So, we need more red boxes. I might just change that to 100. And we need some... we need to change these guys over. We need some bots here. And then I'll need to direct some plastic down into the area, which probably means that I actually want to make that 200 after all. Whoops. There they come. Which means we're out of space for bots, so let's just grab the 500 we can get. It's probably not nearly enough. Let's at least get some action happening. Hang on. Is that it? Yes, I do believe it is. I don't think that's going to be nearly enough, but never mind. Now, let's get this plane out of the way. Change over to the bot version, the personal Roboport version of our armor. Get these guys to finish off laying that stuff down. Where is the copper train? I would like to know. Copper pickup 6. Alright, let's have a look what's going on there. You've got bots. You don't have the correct filter over there. Okay. Let's get this going. So we need, yeah, we need plastic there as well. There it is. Yeah, you need to be copper plate in the amount of 1400, and if you're that, then all your buddies need to be that as well. Yeah, I don't think 500 is going to be anywhere near enough. Let's just check what we have up, say here, for a smelt operation. We've got about 700, 800. That's probably more like what we actually need. But at least this is now starting to fill up. 80,000 plates a minute. Okay, so in that case, let's get more bots because we're bound to need them. Another 500. The other thing I'm going to need very soon is some rail. So bots down to, oops. Oops. Yeah, bots. Ah! I'd almost prefer this thing didn't go backwards, but never mind. So, finally, oh, there is no power on that side. Okay. This is not ideal, but at least it has power. Right. Okay, so what's happening with the copper? Okay, it's filled up. Where are you actually headed to? You're headed to satellite copper. Excellent, it's coming out here. That should be enough to kick off the green circuit. Right. So yes, we don't actually need this right at the very beginning. Oh wow, this is back already. I guess it's going to fill those up before it worries about anything too much. So yes, the solar panels have all requested a little bit of steel, so yeah, I just need to, this might have to become our plastic, and we might just have to get a few more of these guys along with power probably, in which case we probably want a row of that stuff just like this. How are we doing? Oh, there's a small amount left over. So, plastic. How are we going to get plastic in here? Where is, so there's plastic. The plastic currently this one, is that plastic? It must be. LDS plastic, right. So What we could do is create another alternate route that will direct it down here into satellite plastic. So what I am going to need to do, aside from getting rid of all of those, is, are we actually making solar panels? It looks like it, doesn't it? Yes, very good. Right, well, let's get some rail. We may actually need that. I probably just about need the other plane, but let's grab some rail. I might have to finish this off. I think we've probably just about gone on long enough. So what we are going to do is, let's get, say, 1,000 rail. I doubt that's enough. As I've said, let's get rid of those for now. We won't be able to fit 2,000 rail, but we'll take whatever we can. I might even toss some of these modules. Probably don't need that or that. Let's get all that rail. Do I need 2,000? Possibly not. I guess what I'll do is I'll show you how I'm going to get the plastic down there, and we may just need to call it at that point. We also need to get sulfuric acid down there, but that's not as urgent. There we go. Let's go. At least we can get to these distant destinations quickly and efficiently now. So plastic goes down oh, why is this one stopped here? Because what? Because this is blocked by who knows. Let's just put another one in for starters though. Looks like we need a few more up here. Ah, there you go. That should be an improvement. Now, so yeah, plastic. Sorry about the lighting conditions. The light mod doesn't seem to work too well with the aircraft. So this pathway is plastic coming down, as you can see there. What we need then is this one is the plastic return. What I might do is possibly push the plastic return up a bit further, place a plastic coming along here, down here, connecting in here. Satellite might have to get moved up so that there's room for plastic below it, and then the plastic return can just come back into this line, and then join the plastic return there, and that will be all that we need, and then we'll get the satellite, the solar happening, and the solar will probably just have to come straight down onto this one and be yet another train that comes along here, up here, and we will continue this along maybe on a single line, and just come out underneath here. 20 additional carriages of solar should make quite a difference here. We're actually more than halfway. 11.3, 11.4 rows just coming up to completion, so a nice acceleration there will help us rapidly expand. Let's just have a quick look at 248,000. Well, 250,000 would be 10 gigawatts when multiplied by 40 rather than 60. So yeah, we do have a little bit of power, but it still could be faster. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this one, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next. Bye bye for now.